I want to spend some time talking about Denver and your time in Denver, because Tommy and I were talking earlier today, and it's so weird, but in the NBA circle and like NBA Twitter, nobody talks about Denver Melo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Tommy said earlier, he's like, it's almost like Melo got drafted by the Knicks. Everybody thinks Melo got drafted by the Knicks.
It's like they forget about 2009.
I know.
Big market versus small market.
Yeah. But just to give some perspective here. So I think you guys made the playoffs every year except your rookie year. You were all NBA.
We made it. We made it our rookie year.
You did? Okay.
Our rookie year, we made it.
So you made it every year you were in Denver.
Yes.
You were all NBA 4 times.
Yeah.
You guys made the conference finals in 2009.
Yep.
You had an unbelievable run there. And I don't think the average NBA fan realizes that and is able to even credit that.
Well, honestly, I appreciate that. But honestly, the fans today, right, is only know this game today. Right, they know this game within the last 10 years, right? If you look at the avid fans and the young kids who watch the game today, they can't tell you nothing before Miami, the big 3, right? They can't tell you that's their beginning. So for me in Denver, it is almost like a forgotten story, right? It is. I was there for 7.5 years. In Denver. I was there the year I got there. The previous year, they won 17 games, right? So I get there and we make the playoffs, right? So we created a culture there in Denver. We changed the uniforms, right? We went from traditional, navy blue and maroon and burgundy to Carolina blue, right? Like sky blue and Denver blue now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we changed the culture in Denver step by step. And because we knew that a lot of people didn't want to come to Denver. They wasn't going to come to Denver. We wasn't going to get no big stars to actually come to Denver. So we had to really create a culture here where people wanted to come. And our culture was, we're going to play fast. We're going to play fun. We're going to play hard. We're going to fuck you up. If you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to, this is who we are as a team. And as we want people to know that when we play Denver.
It was a wild cast of characters that you played with.
The Denver Thuggers.
I mean, like, I love Kmart. I love him. Al Harrington. You play. It's crazy. Like, no one realizes this. You played, I think, 2 years, maybe a part of a third year with Bubba Chuck. You played with AI in Denver. You basically got the last 2 years of his prime.
Listen, and people don't understand. People don't realize that when we played together in Denver, he was averaging 26, and he was averaging 26 that year. I think he was averaging like 27 or something like that. I was like 24 or something like that. But this is what he was doing, And then he leaves and it happens like the snap of a finger. He gets traded to Detroit for Chauncey, right? So it's like, I'm on the fence now. I'm like, emotionally, I'm like, damn, hey, this is my brother. Like, this is my guy. Yeah, y'all just trade him off like that. Who are we getting? First of all, we better be getting some pieces. And they was just like, we Chauncey. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I see it, but nah, y'all can't do AI like that. Let Chauncey come, put AI at the 2. Like, these are things that I was actually trying to figure out, but it didn't work out like that.
Do you think? You mentioned the small market, big market thing before? Now that you've sort of seen it all, do you feel like that was sort of the major reason why this happened? Or, like, one thing I'm interested in is, we've talked about this in the show a lot, is social media. And how things have changed for fans since social media existed. And so when you look at like KD and Russ and OKC, for example, how they sort of were blown up internationally because of YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that. Like, do you feel like your teams with AI, if that stuff was around, would have just been a bigger thing?
Today?
Yeah,
oh
now.
My gosh. What? What? Listen, those teams that we had in Denver, even when AI came, social media was just you know, it was just getting there. It wasn't even there yet. It wasn't there yet, but it was just getting there. And
Tommy had a MySpace account back then.
I had a MySpace account too, right? So we was just getting out of that MySpace era. Like it was that Facebook and Twitter and all of that. But that team, not even just the group of guys we had on that team, and today with social media, we would be like, like Rolling Stones. Like we would, because of the caliber of people we had on that. We had characters. We had AI was his own character. Like he was his own character. J.R. Smith, his own character. Kmart, his own character. Me, I have my own characteristics, right? So we had all of these Nene, right? We had young Nene on our team, the Brazilian Nene, before he changed his name. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? So we had Chris Anderson, Birdman, right?
This is wild. Like I had forgot so many of these guys were on the team. Obviously I remember JR, but like I can't believe this.
We had Birdman on our team when the Birdman aura, like it was created with us. You know, it was like Wild Thing. Like when he came out on the court, it was like Wild Thing. Come through with the mohawk, and he had his own theme music when he came out. Like he had his own bird call when he blocked a shot. Like he had this. You know what I'm saying? So we had all these different personalities. I mean, I played with one of the smallest guys in the league history, Earl Boykins, right? He was a dog. Like people don't understand it. He was a dog. Like I played with so many people. I played with Dennis Rodman for like a preseason. People don't know that. I played with, Master P came and tried out for the Denver Nuggets. I was his guy in Denver.
Wait, what year was that?
That was Master P and Dennis Rodman was my first year. Sean Kemp was my first year.
Jeez.
Like I play with these guys. So these were the caliber of guys that we were attracting. We started to attract to Dennis Rodman's, Master P, this is
a TV
AI.
show.
It was a TV. Oh, we had a TV show back then. Bestseller, for sure.
I often think about my 09 season because that was the closest that I got to a championship. We played Kobe and the Lakers in the finals and lost. And I think about it all the time.
We wanted Orlando that year too.
We wanted y'all. we wanted y'all. Do you? I mean, I think that's the furthest you got in the playoffs. Do you ever think about that as like your missed opportunity? Does it haunt you at all?
It doesn't haunt me, but I do think about it. Right. Even now, having the Lakers and Denver series now, it brings up so many memories. Forever, I never went back and just was like, oh, let me watch this game. I just don't. We never have time to sit back and ponder and reflect on things that happened in the past or games. It's always on to the next with us. So even like now, as I see clips and then I'm like, man, let me just watch the game. Let me watch this series. So I go back and watch the 09 series against the Lakers. And it was like that team, the team we had, Lakers was good. They won it. But the team we had, I'm like, damn, we got a really good team. Like we are good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay, as you get into the season and you get into the flow of things, you just feel this like either it's going good or it's not. You know what I'm saying? And that 09-10, we felt like, we are very, very good. And I just remember, like, Chauncey said something to me like, man, we going to the finals, man. Like, he said this to me during the season. We going to the finals. Watch, I'm telling you, we going to the finals. Like that. I'm like, Chauncey, look, we need a couple more pieces. He was like, I'm telling you, we going to the finals. And I just remember after every 15 games, we would check in with each other and you just be like, listen, this is our record we need to have over the next 10 games. In 10 games, we need to be 73. So we always played in 10-game increments, right? So we can get 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, in a 10-game span. Okay, now we on our way, but we was very confident in our team. And I remember after that year, I'm like, oh, we just made it to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, we add another piece. We good for next year. And the business of basketball comes in. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like we trade, we get rid of Dante Jones, who was a big part of, you know, our team that year, our team success. And then you start hearing the behind the scenes stuff. You know, Chauncey, they don't want to sign Chauncey back. They want to go younger. They started throwing that out there. So it's like, I don't know if I'm not ready. I can't go from where I'm at now to go start over and rebuild. I can't do that.